Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Good afternoon. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day so far. Happy Friday to you guys. So we got ourselves a bit of an update here regarding the tropics as we are watching another storm system, my friends. We are going to need to be on the lookout here for the next couple of days as we are watching a system. So the Hurricane Center. We're just going to start off here right with the Hurricane Center. This is the latest outlook regarding the NHC. Overall probability has increased to a 60% chance overall. Sorry, just making sure my AC was working. But yeah, overall to a 60% chance of formation throughout the next 7 days or the next week. Meanwhile, throughout the next 48 hours and the next 2 days, we still are not expecting the storm to develop over the next 2 days. So throughout the next 48 hours, we are simply not expecting the storm to really develop here. So that's good news. But like I said, we're gonna have to watch this storm as it rolls its way here to the west-northwest overall. Honestly, right off the bat, I want to go ahead and tell you guys, if you live out there in the Antilles, please be careful. Please watch out for this storm. The more that we are seeing with the models and stuff like that, the more we're actually starting to understand that the system itself could go over, if not very close to near the Lesser Antilles. So we'll definitely need to be looking out there for that overall. So we'll definitely keep that in mind. So anyways, but yeah, obviously a bit of a heads up there towards like Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and Haiti as well. It is still, like I said, it's a couple days away before it gets to these areas, but like I said, it looks like it's going to get pretty close to some of those regions there. So let's go ahead and hop over here to satellite real quickly. We're going to bring you guys over here to the sat view. So that little area you see on the middle panel, that's the storm. So right now it's just a bunch of disorganized thunderstorms. You know, nothing super crazy looking right now. Obviously, it has a lot of work to do before it kicks up into anything significant. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring over the satellite view so you guys can actually see this. But yeah, so look at that. Hopefully I won't let me zoom in, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys can kind of see that little area there. That is where the storm is located. Obviously, it has, once again, it has a bit of work to do because right now it's just a bunch of disorganized thunderstorms. And the storm, like I said, is expected to generally go to the west-northwest over the next several days. Okay, so that's it right there. We're going to have to watch out for maybe even a second tropical wave coming off of Africa. There's a possibility that that system could exist as well. But as of right now, all eyes are on this guy as it works its way here to the west overall. And actually, let me see if I can get a closer view on that there overall. But what's up, guys? What's up? I never said welcome. What's up, Ian? What's up, Tempest? We have Lori, we have Sarah, Roy, Pat, SPC. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Let me see here. Maybe we can get a closer, better view. Is there a... here we go. Central Atlantic. That should be a lot better. Yeah, there it is right there. So, yeah, just a lot of disorganized thunderstorm activity right now. If you look closely, it actually looks like it's starting to get a little bit of spin. You know, if you look ever so closely, I mean, obviously it's very hard to tell, but it does look like it might have a little bit of spin on it. That low is trying to get organized. Like, look right in here. That's where the core is. Kind of see maybe some of that going down to the southwest there. So it's trying, but like I said, it has a lot of work it needs to do by the time it actually develops into anything. So there's your Lesser Antilles. Once again, the storm is expected to continue rolling to the west-northwest over the next several days, in which it will be coming towards these regions here. So once again, just a bit of a heads up to my folks out there in Puerto Rico. Obviously, the Lesser Antilles, just please be careful. Watch the storm out there. Make sure you have your hurricane preparedness kits ready to go. Obviously, you know, just in case of we start to get a little bit more concerned for those regions. But I'm slightly concerned for the Antilles as well as Puerto Rico right now, because it does look like that those areas very well could be impacted by this tropical cyclone, as you know that wave is expected to roll pretty close to those regions there. So definitely want you guys in that region to be watching out there for. But you know, once again, right now it's just a bunch of disorganized thunderstorms, but later on down in time, as we're going to look at the models here in a minute, you'll actually see that those, have that thing developing pretty decently. So, anyways, just a quick little update here real quickly. We're going to hop over to the NHC. This is just kind of our last little talk with Debbie. Obviously, Debbie is kind of kicking up to the northeast right now. We're going to show you on Sat-1 view, which is not really satellite, but the radar here. But yeah, you can see Debbie, you know, whatever's left of Debbie, going through like New York, Pennsylvania, and portions of the upper New England regions here right now. Storm's going its way through the country. It's almost done. It's almost out of here. But yeah, so that's just one little last heads up for Debbie. This is going to be the last time we're talking about the storm, honestly. So say goodbye to Debbie. But also, yeah, hopping back to NHC, though, this is the latest rainfall projections. This was as of 8 a.m. this morning, so obviously this is still, you know, this hasn't been updated quite frequently, so whatever's fallen includes this since 8 a.m. this morning. But anyways, yeah, so around 2 to 4 inches expected out there towards, you know, like western New York State. Northern portions as well, portions of Pennsylvania. We could see about 2 to 4 inches. You know, a lot of the flooding, the main part of the flooding is over with the storm, so that is certainly good. But yeah, so we have a little bit more rain out there. The heaviest is going to be out there throughout New York, but other than that, we are pretty much done for. We do actually have a tornado threat today. Let me first of all, hop you back to the main page. But, yeah, we're going to bring you all over here to this. We actually do have a tornado threat today across the Northeast due to whatever's left of Debbie. So let's go ahead and hop you guys over here to those now. So there's the SPC forecast. We got a slight risk, level 2 threat for severe thunderstorms. Scale goes up to 5. We're at a level 2. So that includes eastern Pennsylvania, portions of eastern New York, central northern New Jersey, western portions here of Vermont, extreme western Massachusetts, and a little sliver of western Connecticut, too. Tornado probability 5% chance across those regions there in the brown, 2% chance across the areas in the green, of course. So across the Northeast today, with the greatest potential being in the brown, there is a possibility for some tornadoes. Keep that in mind. Damaging winds is a concern too. We could have some wind gusts getting up to 60, maybe up to 70 mile per hour winds maximum. And in terms of hail, we're not expecting really any hail out of the storm. You know, this storm's not really a hail system, but it's more of a wind and a potential tornado threat. So that's something we need to. That's something that we really need to be looking out there for overall. What's up, Pat? Saying family in Maine. Gotcha. Yeah, Maine should be fine, honestly. We got a little 2% tornado threat out there in Maine today, but like I said, we do have a little bit of rain possible out there, but yeah, mostly right around 1 to 2 inches, so nothing really too crazy. Let's see here. Are we getting a hurricane, says Roy? So you said for Abilene, wherever that's at, whatever state that's in, there's more than one Abilene, I'm pretty sure. But whenever it comes to it, with this next storm system, there's a chance it could become a hurricane. Now, heading towards Abilene, obviously, right now we don't know anywhere in the U.S. If this is even going to impact the United States, we still don't even fully know right now. But so there's really no way of telling. But anyways, all right, y'all. Let's take a look at the models. Obviously, I'm kind of curious to see what the models. I kind of waited actually to look at the models with you guys here. Actually, I looked at this morning's model runs, and I have not really seen the newest, the 12 Zulu runs out there yet. So we're gonna be kind of doing this together. By the way, if you're new to this, top right, you guys can see the time here. So this is an Eastern time. So obviously, if you're in the Central time zone, subtract an hour. So this shows 2 p.m. right now. So this is in Eastern time. This would be 1 p.m. And then obviously Mountain time would be 12 o'clock. And then of course the West Coast time would be right around 11 a.m. So that's just wanted to let you know that. But anyways, so yeah, let's first of all switch out to the tropics because that's kind of what we're needing to look at. Let me just do the full Atlantic view. That way we can kind of see it. So overall, that's the storm. So that's what we were looking out there for. Once again, if we hop to satellite view, you can see that that's it right there. You know, that's the guy right there. So obviously we have Cuba, we got Haiti, we got Dominican Republic, we got Puerto Rico, the Lesser Antilles. We've got the Cabo Verde. Southwest of there is where this tropical wave is located. Once again, just a bunch of thunderstorms at the moment. But yeah, hopping back to the models, that translates to this area right here. So that's the storm, okay? Anyway, so we work our way down in time here. Remember, time's in the top right if you guys want to follow along. So we work our way down in time throughout the next couple of days. You know, the storm just kind of does its thing. It just kind of continues with that thunderstorm activity. But it looks like, according to GFS, this thing starts to pick up some heat. Oh, that's an interesting take. That's been... Oh, wow. That went a lot further west since yesterday. Okay, so that's why I was telling you guys. You know, it's still too early to really know where this thing's going to be making landfall. But according to GFS here, the American long range, according to GFS here, that it goes through the Lesser Antilles, possibly as a tropical depression, maybe tropical storm, you know, depends. Same thing out there towards, like, what is that, Dominican Republic and Haiti. Could impact those regions maybe as a tropical depression or storm, according to GFS. Remember, this is one model. This should not be taken 100% seriously, but just get an idea based off of it. You know, once again, take it seriously, but don't take it literally, okay? So don't expect it to play exactly like it's showing here, you know. More than likely, it's going to change. But anyway, so yeah, then this model, GFS, has it going through the Bahamas and even getting near Florida there, according to the latest. But obviously, once again, that's still unknown at this time. Let's see here. Just watch the GFS, not good. Yeah, it's interesting. When's the tornado threat supposed to ramp up? Today. I mean, throughout the day. We are expecting some tornadoes pretty much all throughout today because it's there's a potential for tornadoes up in upper New England because of the of Debby, whatever's left of Debby overall. Can you let me know until the hurricane comes towards us? You let me know, thank you. Well, I'll let you know, obviously. Like I said, we'll be on top of this storm here. You know, this whole hurricane season, we're going to be on it, my friends. You know, if there's a storm that's impending or if it's, threatening land, of course, we're going to let you know. But as of right now, like I said, we don't, in the U.S. anyways, we don't even know if this thing's going to hit the U.S., so once again, you know, just keep an eye on it. I do want you guys in the South, in the Gulf and... so throughout the Gulf, as well as the Western Atlantic, I do want you guys to be watching out here for the storm. But like I said, as of right now, we're still not even guaranteed we're going to have any impacts out there towards those regions overall. But, areas out there in the Lesser Antilles, obviously the storm's a little bit closer to you guys. We're still not sure how strong it's going to be by the time we get to that point. But, like I mentioned, those areas do seem to be kind of in the path of the storm here with the latest models for the last couple days. So, Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, just keep an eye on it. Watch the tropics. We'll keep you updated on this storm over the next several days, of course. But yeah, so I just want you guys to be aware. I want you guys to just start watching the storm because it could cause some issues for some of those regions potentially overall. But yeah, anyways. So that's GFS. Hopping over to Euro, this is this model doesn't go out as far, at least for this run. This is the 06 Zulu, so this is this morning's run. But according to the European model, we work our way down in time here, and you can kind of see how it has it, maybe becoming a depression, maybe a tropical storm by the time we get out there towards the Lesser Antilles. That is a possibility that we'll need to look out there for. So once again, Antilles, please consider watching the storm here over the next couple of days, as it could have some impacts further down in time. A lot of what it really comes down to, and what it really boils down to, is how strong this Atlantic high is. The high pressure system in the Atlantic, there's usually a high pressure system in the Atlantic. Some seasons more stronger than others, of course. But yeah, so whenever it comes to it, overall, it really comes down to how strong that high pressure is going to be, where the high pressure is going to extend to. So if we have a push of high pressure to the west, that's going to obviously kick the storm more towards us, which is obviously something we don't want. But a lot of the steering really comes from what happens with this area here. So that's an area we need to be monitoring for the movement of the storm there overall. So we need to keep an eye on that Atlantic high. Anyway, so that's the end of the model. That's the end of Euro. Obviously, getting close to the Lesser Antilles. Both GFS and Euro talk about maybe extending towards the Leeward Islands up there. Could be an issue, and regardless, it could be bringing a good amount of rainfall for your regions. Regardless of development, there very well could be a good amount of rainfall up there overall. Anyways, hop into CMC. This is another weather model here. This is the latest 12 Zulu. Now, this one takes this thing a lot different than the other models do. This one has it barely dodging the Lesser Antilles out there in the Leeward Islands, but it does have it more developed in terms of potentially being a more stronger storm by the time it gets to those regions there. So we'll zoom in a little bit. So, you can see that it's right there just off the coast of the Leeward Islands, but this model has it going up to the north and potentially being just a fish storm overall, so that would be kind of the best case scenario, although Bermuda, if that was the case, would probably need to watch it. Bermuda's that little speck right there. It's hard to see, but yeah, Bermuda, if it did become a fish storm, that could be an issue for Bermuda. Obviously, we don't know that for sure. We don't even know if the storm is going to go out to sea. Once again, its track, once we get to this point in time, is still a very much unknown thing. So, some models had it going further west than others, and obviously, this model here shows it going a lot further east. But yeah, so that's just one model. That's the CMC. Next up, we got Icon. Yeah, so here's Icon. Shows that system going right over the Leeward Islands there in the Lesser Antilles. So obviously that is a bit of a concern there. So once again, Antilles, please watch out for it as it goes through areas near Puerto Rico. Maybe it's a tropical storm. Then this model has it going there near the Bahamas and actually pulling a little bit to the north. So it seems like some models, once again, the GFS here. Let me bring up my pen for you guys. So it seems like the GFS model has it kind of doing something like this, and some of the models have it going further to the east. So there's still a big spread. There still is a big spread in terms of where this thing's going to eventually end up. So that's what we still need to look out there for. Obviously, we don't have our main hurricane models running right now because it's still not an invest. Right now, it's just a disturbance, but it's not an investigation yet. It will become an invest down in time over the next day or so, or a couple days or so. We'll need to keep an eye on it. Obviously, we're going to continue giving you guys updates. And then if you haven't already, consider subscribing. That way you guys can be on top of this, crazy hurricane season. We are expecting a pretty active season this year. So, like I said, to stay on top of it, consider subscribing, y'all. Maybe sharing this with a friend or family member. It'd be much, much appreciated there overall. Let's see here. But yeah. The model says the front will be smaller, move faster, not taking that out faster, not taking that out to sea. Once again, that's a scenario that's still up for grabs. What possible scenarios could happen with the storm? I mean, just like the thumbnail suggests, it's very possible that the storm could go out to sea. Where, obviously, we don't really know. There's a possibility that it could come near the coast, if not hitting the coast. And I've even seen a couple of models. It seems more unlikely at this point, but some of the models did continue showing it maybe going to the west. But more than likely, from what we're seeing now, it's going to be somewhere in this range. But I want to tell you, with Debby, when we were forecasting Debby, everybody was thinking that the storm would go up this way. But I'm not saying it will happen this time, but I'm just saying that, with Debby, most of the models started out by showing it, going this way, but ultimately it ended up in the Gulf. So I'm just saying it's, still a little far away and just a little bit hard to tell. Let's see here. It's pouring down here in Virginia. Yeah, Virginia got hit pretty good yesterday with some tornadoes and obviously some heavy rainfall and stuff like that. It's been pretty active in some of those regions there. But anyway, so yeah, that's just something I wanted to mention with you guys. So once again, right now we don't have any spaghetti models or anything like that. But here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to bring this up for you guys. We actually do have a way of looking. This is the ensembles. These are ECENS ensembles. So it's basically one weather model, just kind of running everything here. So we work our way down in time. Obviously, we have Debbie, whatever's left of Debbie. But then we have this area here. So that's the disturbance that we're watching. That's disturbance 1. And so this continues going to the west. It goes over the Lesser Antilles. Once again, the Lesser Antilles, I want you guys to be watching this closely. This could have some potential impacts over the next couple of days. Now, in terms of when this is going to be over, you guys, it'll be impacting here for the 13th, it looks like. 13th through the 14th is whenever we're going to have, that system roll through. It's going to go right there towards, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Haiti. It's going to be heading over some of those regions there. Now, some of the models have the thing, just kind of spreading all over the place. I mean, you can see some of the ensembles have it going up there towards sea. Some of it get near Bermuda, maybe. Once again, it's so spread out at this point. It's just very unknown. And of course, behind that, there might even be a second system to follow behind it, which, is not guaranteed right now. Some models pick up on it, others don't. So, it's just, who knows? At that point, let's just focus on this one for now. But if there's a second area that pops up, well, of course, we'll talk about that one as well. But for right now, it's just one storm that we're really looking out there for. But anyways, so that was ECENS. We have GEFS ensembles too. We're going to pull these up similar fashion. It's just one model with a bunch of runs here, a bunch of members. And these members here, are all over the place, as you can tell. Once again, some of them do have this going into the Eastern Gulf. There's not really many that talk about it. But there is a couple that have it getting close to Florida. A couple of it, most of them as of right now, kind of has it going towards, just kind of maybe pulling out to sea. Who knows? But we'll see. Let's see. Are we having a hurricane? Roy, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like I told you before, if this becomes a problem for land, I will let you know. Okay. But yeah, so like I said, we'll keep an eye out there for it. Overall, but as of now, the members, the ensembles here are pretty well spaced out. It's still not really known. Once again, as we approach our way here towards the 14th, the storm will be right around here. And of course, once we get to that point, we'll have a better understanding of what's going to happen once it gets to these areas here. Heard Japan had another earthquake. Oh, I didn't hear about that. That is not good. Not good about that. I didn't hear anything about that. Must have just happened. I hope everyone's okay out there. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, that's really the info that we have towards us right now here. Let's see here. We're gonna bring up. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little update here, you guys, for Debbie. Remember, Debbie is no longer a tropical storm. Here, let's just do a quick little update for Debbie real quickly. And then I'm going to take a small break, you guys, because I need to fix my AC unit real quickly because it's getting hot in here. Anyway, so Debbie is located over like northern portions of Pennsylvania. Currently, central low is at 1,003 millibars, with the central low not 1,003 with sustained winds of around 35 or. Wow, we are moving quick. Look at that thing, moving northeast at 37 miles an hour. Holy cow, dude, that storm is moving. Before it was at 3 miles an hour down here, I think even lower, as it was down there towards South Carolina's coast. But now, since the jet stream's got a hold of it, goodness, dude, that thing's moving pretty darn quickly. 37 miles an hour. That is just unbelievable. But anyways, all right, y'all, give me 1 second. We're going to head back here, or we'll be right back. Let me go ahead and, be right. I still haven't made the scenes. I overdid my overlay a little bit here. But yeah, we'll be right back, you guys. Just give me a few moments. Let me go ahead and set up a timer. We'll be back in like 5 minutes, guys. So don't go anywhere. This will be a good time to grab a snack, just
yeah, just grab a snack or something, and we will be right back, my friend. So give us about 4 minutes or so. We'll be right back, y'all.
Alrighty, guys, we are back here. Sorry about that. I had to fix my my AC unit. It was a little, well, it needed to be recycled. But anyways, y'all, hope everyone's doing good. Welcome back. Welcome back. So we're going to get right back on into this here, my friends. So like I was mentioning, yeah, we just need to keep an eye out there for the storm here over the next little bit. You know, once again, the ensembles still have this thing kind of going all over the place, you know. So we're still not entirely sure where this thing is going to ultimately end up. Here, let's bring back our ECENS here. Bring that up there for you guys. So yeah, like I said, this is the latest guidance we got from the ensembles here of ECENS, and you can see, you know, as we work our way down in time, there comes the wave. It goes over the Leeward Islands there. And over there towards like Puerto Rico, kind of skimming there towards like Dominican Republic and Haiti. So like I mentioned, you know, obviously right now we don't know how strong this thing's going to ultimately be. We don't really know how, you know, where this thing essentially is going to fully track, but we do know it could get pretty close to the Leeward Islands, as well out there towards like, you know, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, you know, some of those regions there really need to monitor this. So just as of now, what I want you guys to take from this live stream is to prepare for it out there towards the Leeward Islands and Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Just be ready, you know, because like I said, we have a tropical wave coming in. Some models have it becoming pretty strong. Other models don't really, you know, pick up as much on it until it gets to these areas potentially. So, you know, obviously that's still pretty much unknown. Whenever this thing does become an invest, which that'll probably become pretty soon, I'd have to say. But whenever it does become an invest, obviously we'll get those hurricane models and everything like that will start to, you know, start to come in play. So we'll be able to see, you know, essentially what the hurricane models talk about and everything like that. But for right now, we're just kind of left with these ensembles and the individual models there overall. So anyways, but once again, that's it right there, you guys. That is the storm. She is, you know, once again, just very disorganized, not really a whole lot of anything right now. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and switch up some things real quickly, you guys. Okay, we're going to loop this. See if we can get some loops on here. It might take a second to load. There we go. Nice. So let's go ahead and move this back over here. So yeah, you can just see what it is. It's just a bunch of disorganized storms right now. It's, you know, for me it looks like there's a little bit of a slight counter. It could just be me. It could just be me. But to me it looks like there is a little bit of a counterclockwise movement to it overall. You know, once again, it's pretty unorganized right now. You know, there's still a lot that it can happen. You know, once again, it's tracking west. The steering currents you can even see are moving west here, so that's going to keep her along westward movement. What's up, Omar? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. Hope all is good with you. But yeah, so that's it right now. Hopping back over here to NHC. Once again, this is the latest guidance here. You know, right now we are talking 60% chance in the next 7 days. So obviously we got ourselves, you know, a pretty decent probability overall of this thing forming. Last night's update, it was at 50%. Now we're up to 60. So there is some increased probability there. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe even next update by tonight it could be a high risk for development. Right now it's a medium risk. And formation chance through the next 48 hours right now is not expected. It's at 0%. So as of now we're pretty good regarding development. So it's not going to do anything in the next 2 days. That's basically what it boils down to. But throughout the next 7 days, throughout the next week, it seems quite possible there overall. Anyways, hopping back to the models, if you missed it, once again, we went over the GFS. The latest GFS model run has this thing coming a little more to the west than the other models. But once again, that's still not for sure. Still not fully known, of course. You know, once again, it really depends on what happens with this high pressure out here in the Atlantic. That is a big steering mechanism. If the pressure is stronger, if it's over to the west more, that would allow for the storm to continue to, you know, maybe go a little bit more to the west. But, you know, obviously if it's weaker, if it's more eastward, then that could steer the storm out to sea. So, you know, once again, it's still unknown. But yeah, the latest GFS 12 Zulu has it getting fairly close to eastern Florida. Going through the Bahamas there. I mean, obviously Florida, we just had a hurricane just hit us not long ago, so But yeah, I mean, it's hurricane season. I mean, it's interesting. So we'll keep an eye on that. And of course, Euro, the ECMWF, the long range hasn't came out yet, but the short range run has it going there directly towards the Leeward Islands overall. CMC model. This is another model. This one actually has it becoming pretty strong by the time it gets near the Lesser Antilles, but it does have it doing a sharp northerly turn, then kicking out to sea just east of Bermuda. So that's another thing. So if this thing does become a fish storm, if it does decide it wants to go out to sea, areas of Bermuda need to watch it because Bermuda is kind of in the middle of that. So could be some impacts, either direct or indirect regarding rip currents and all that stuff, or direct impacts maybe, which we don't know yet. But we'll have to see how that goes. Let's see here. Can't believe I had to put away a fan. Like, seriously, July and August are supposed to be hot for this time of the year. Oh, well, here it's been absolutely crazy. Omar probably knows what I'm talking about, man. It's hot. It was like a heat index here in Florida, like 115. I mean, it's like we're right around the hottest part in Florida. This is like peak heat is August. I believe in September. No, September it cools down a little bit, but it's still pretty darn hot. But yeah, August, it's pretty brutal. And last couple of days here in Florida, we've been under excessive heat warnings and advisories, and it's just been brutal. Feel like temperatures of 115. I mean, high humidity. I mean, can I say that that's normal in Florida? Yeah, it is, but it still sucks. I mean, even for everybody, it sucks. It's just, ugh. Let's see here. Little Bit says, thank you for all you do for us. No problem. What was that about? Was that a new warning? Could have been a new warning or something like that. But yeah, so, like I said, it's been brutal. Now, you're lucky, Rain. You're lucky. Obviously, I wouldn't be complaining. I wouldn't be complaining too much. All right, so here's another thing I wanted to go over. I forgot what it was. Shoot, I was planning this live stream and I kind of forgot. I think oh yeah, I wanted to look at the weather models like in the extended range. Not tropical related, but let's just take a quick moment to look at the jet stream pattern. I want to see what's going on here, if there's any troughs or anything we need to look out for. Yeah, honestly, it looks pretty calm. Weather-wise, in the main U.S. for time being. I mean, obviously we have this big low-pressure system rolling through like southern eastern Canada here, which that's the reason why Debby is starting to really get kicked up. I mean, once again, Debbie's moving at an astonishing 37 miles an hour right now. That's because this jet stream is just grabbing a hold of the storm and just launching it up to the north. So it's going bye-bye real quick. It's going bye-bye, so that's good news. Obviously, that'll get all that rain out of there. But yeah, we're still expecting another 2 or 4 inches, maybe in like New York here. Other than that, that'll be the end of the storm. So once again, after today, we're not going to talk anymore about it. I'm going to do another live stream this evening, more than likely, but I'm sorry for the Windows noises. I have a really faulty cable for my phone. See, it's nice up in Indiana. I'm glad it's nice for you. That's good. Definitely glad about that. Oh wow, look at this view here. We're gonna bring y'all over here to this real quickly. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. Here, let's bring y'all to Sat-2 here. So look at this. Look at that guy. Look at that big old spinny low pressure system. So that's actually that system we were talking about. A big guy right there. That's really turning it up. So basically, what's happening is you got this really big, strong low pressure system here, right? And this is, obviously kicking up some warmer air and some cooler air coming down from the bottom side. Sorry, from the top side. And so these winds are increasing, and that's just, that's what's left of Debby right here. So that's Debby. And so basically, the jet stream and that rough flow of air is just grabbing that storm and just launching it to the northeast. So that is interesting. So that'd be good, that way it gets rid of what's left of Debby. Debby's post-tropical cyclone now. Central low of 1,003 and sustained at 35. But and then also here's radar of that right now. You know, a lot of the rain is moving out of western New York right now. We still got a lot of rain, though, for northern New York. Quite a bit coming into Vermont there, too. See, I think he hopes it cools down for y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, me too. It's a little hot. It's just a tad bit hot outside. Let's see. Nice in Indiana at 73 degrees. Wow, dude. Let's see. I want to see where it's at for me. I have my own weather station. So let's take a look and see just how warm it is. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, it's actually a little cooler than I thought it was. My weather station out here. It shows 88 degrees. Oh yeah, look at that. It peaked pretty high. We're starting to go down here. What do we get to? 90. Oh wow, we got to 96, almost 97 today here. And at that time, humidity was like 65%. That's ridiculous. Oh yeah, our dew points got up in the 80s. Oh wow, that is, yeah. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. When you get your dew points in the 80s, that's just absolutely wild, dude. Shoot. Yeah, you don't want any of that. Let's see here. 80 degrees next week. Not too bad. See, you're doing a wonderful job. I just subscribed to your channel, says Mark. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Good to have you here. Welcome aboard. But anyways, so yeah, once again, a little update for the people just joining. This is latest disturbance update here. As of now, it's not an invest. You know, the hurricane models have not ran yet. We'll probably get those going here pretty soon. More than likely over the next couple of days here. But when it comes to it, you know, overall formation chance through the next 7 days is a 60% chance overall. Formation chance through the next 48 hours is a 0% chance. So we're not expecting it to develop here within the next 2 days. However, over the next week, there's a good potential that it could, you know, develop into a tropical system. So we'll keep an eye on it. We had a lot of good rain here in Florida, so it's been cooler. Nice. Yeah, those thunderstorms we usually get, you know, our typical sea breeze thunderstorms, those really cool things down. It's nice, but it makes it really muggy. Really muggy, but it's always muggy here. There's never been a time where it's like not muggy, unless you're like in the heart of winter, which it's like for everybody else's spring and summer, that's how it is in Florida during the winter time. Let's see. But yeah. But yeah, so anyways, guys, that's just kind of a little update here for you. We've been live about 42 minutes or so. So we're probably going to head off here for now. I'm probably going to roll off here. I got some things I want to get done today. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go live again tonight. Okay, so we'll get new model runs and stuff like that coming in. We'll talk more about the models and everything like that tonight. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Greatly appreciated, y'all. Before you go, I do want to show you something. I worked really hard on this yesterday. If you guys want to check it out, we do got some pretty cool merchandise. The link is in the description. But we got some cool mugs, we got patches, we got stickers, we got flags, we got hats, we got t-shirts. I mean, we got all kinds of drawstring bags, tumblers. So if you guys want to check it out, link is in the description. I'll also go ahead and put it up there for you guys too. Let me put this in the chat so you guys can see it as well. But yeah, I mean, if you guys, you know, just want to take a quick little browse, I mean, just to look at it, feel free to. Like I said, it'll be greatly appreciated. You know, once again, I spent a long time on that yesterday. I was spending like a couple hours working on that merch page. So if you guys could check it out, it'd be awesome. So there it is. It's there. I put the link there in the chat too, so you guys can see it. But all right, y'all. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for now. We'll be back later on this evening for more updates whenever the new model runs come out. Because, you know, like I said, we went over everything pretty much twice here, so we'll keep you posted. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys.